This here is a video on the Redacted channel, and the title, as we can see, is Breaking American and British Soldiers Ready to Deploy to Ukraine. In the description, it says, could British soldiers be tricked into joining a European army? That can't be because the UK voted for Brexit, so they are not part of the EU, right? Politicians are warning that a tricky trade agreement called the Permanent Structured Cooperation, PESCO, could be used to pull the UK right into the EU army. Former Conservative MEP David Campbell Bannerman calls this trade agreement a NATO replacement that would undermine the voters' choice to leave the European Union. Now, it's of my opinion that amongst all the dirty deeds that we see going on around the world on a major government level, that it is Britain who are a very, very dark hand behind all of it, just my opinion. And I feel that the first major nation to be wiped off the face of this earth is going to be Britain. And I do feel that the first major nation that if Russia was to take, do you know, if they wanted to just take their frustrations or if they just wanted to give someone like a black eye, as if to say like, who do you think you are? Bang. I think that's going to be Britain, because I do think that Britain is a very, very, very dark hand. We only have to look at what Boris Johnson's done when Zelensky and Putin were going to hold peace talks before the war went chaotic, and Turkey, Erdogan, not that I trust him, he was one of the referees, if you like, and there was someone else, was it Merkel or someone? Macron? Merkel or Macron? Anyway, Boris Johnson came in and said, no, go on, Zelensky, just go on, we'll take this from here. And that was it, peace talks were ended. That was just one time. Now, I do know that Russia, one thing in the art of war, what you do is map the enemy. And I know that Russia had spent like a lot of the last, say, 6 years mapping the enemy, sending jets over. The amount of times we've had to scramble RAF jets to go and intercept Russian aircraft while they've been flying over the UK, etc. Just mapping the country, in my opinion, mapping the enemy. So things like this, so we don't want British troops, we don't want American troops, no one entering Ukraine and fighting with no Russians. We just don't want it, the people don't want it. All these out of touch with reality politicians and everything, dictating our lives, sending the cost of our living right up, you know, locking all the kids up for months on end, no school, no education, stunting everyone's natural progressions, etc. Taking us into this new world, walking into it like lifeless zombies, you know. None of the people in none of the nations stand by their own governments on these type of things. People just want to get up and, you know, go and earn the daily bread. That's it. People don't care what these horrible people are thinking and acting, putting into law, putting into bills. Why can't they just leave the people alone? They've bombarded people's mentalities with COVID, and then from there straight into wars, and they're not giving us a break in between all of these little bits of bullshit that they're festering. They're not giving us a break. And then what we're doing now is slow marching towards 2030, and they're trying to cram us with that many distractions until we get to 2030. It's unbelievable. They are in overdrive. And I'll tell you, between now and 2030, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. God, that's if we get past 2025 with the Deagle report. The Deagle report that says America goes from having 360 million population down to, was it 60 million or something? UK from 55 million, or sorry, the whole of the UK is 65 million. I think England's got 50 million, but the population of the UK by 2025 is alleged to drop to 15 million, as per the Deagle report. So, as we head into the end of the year now, into the new year next year, which takes us into 2024, what have they got in store for us? What have they got in store for us? More of the same. More of the same shit, different toilet. But what's it gonna be? What's gonna be the next thing? This is the time of year where I used to always like write an article, just like wondering what's gonna be next, what's gonna be next year. And then I'd go and look at all the little dates and codes and then do all my predictions, etc. But yeah, I'm sitting here wondering what is gonna be next. We don't want stuff like this. No one. No one. They need to pack it in. This is Enchanted Life Pat TV. That's a living disgrace. Thanks for watching and speak soon.